Scrappy Life, and welcome back to my channel. This is a brand new hop that I am joining. They started in January and I am starting in February, and it is called the Cut File Craze Hop. Now, I am using a cut file from Confessions of the Paper Addict cut file shop. As many of you know, if you have been around and been an OG of the OGs, excuse me, I have been part of Confessions of the Paper Addict cut file shop since she has been opened and then closed. I closed her out when she was ready to do that. So this is the Polaroids 3. It came out in January of 2022 if you have it. So as you can see that I am doing here, I am using the back part of the negative side of my cut file, and then I took this other piece of paper and put it in the middle because I had to border it. And so I decided that I am going to border and do all of this fun stuff and give it really a lot of pattern on pattern. And I love this. I love how this looks. You guys also know that I do all my outlining. I love the outlining. I don't think I'll ever stop. I think when Mercy Tierra did that the very first time, when I very first watched her, I haven't stopped since. So then I decided that I am going to want to do something on the background, and it's a subtle touch. So I got out two different types of mixed media. One of them is Shimmer's Paints, the Color Splash Penny in Your Pocket, and then the other one is the Distress Spritz, which is the Antique Linen. This is the Antique Linen, and then you'll see me come in with my other one, and there it is. I wanted to have just a little bit of splatters and stuff, and it's just a subtle touch to this busy background. Now, while you're seeing me do the splattering, that piece that's around is the backing of my cut file. You'll see me, there's my cut file, and I decided to take all the backing off of it before I started working. So this green paper that I'm using right there is the back of the outside. I really liked how it brought all these different color tones and just a little bit different. And when you do your outlining, it brings it to where it comes together. For me, I don't mind having pattern on pattern on pattern. Now, other individuals would prefer the cut file to either be black or white. Sometimes they will like to do different colors. Me, I like to use patterns. Typically that's what I would do. And that is why when I used to be part of the design team of Confessions, that was one of her major things that she loved about my take on her cut files is I would use pattern papers a lot. And plus I just loved using cut files. I am a Cricut user. So I do have a playlist that does a lot of different things. Now, I haven't worked on the new design team space that they have given us in the last 6 months or so. I haven't done a video, and I'm thinking of doing that as well for my next one. It might not be for my March one because as of I am speaking, you will be seeing after one more layout, you will be seeing a different background because I am going to my annual crop that I go to in Asheville. And I am filming this far ahead. So this is done on the 15th of the month. I do have one that went up before, which is the Galantines hop that's done on the 14th. So you will see that all of this comes together, okay? And then my layouts kind of changed a little bit, my way of my background and all of that. So just know that that's how far in advance I am because I'm doing this in January. And I am staying true to my form. I am telling y'all, I am keeping ahead of task. I'm staying ahead, and I'm going to make sure I keep ahead because I really enjoy doing what I'm doing here. I enjoy all of this, and I hope that you guys have been enjoying the content and me posting again and just getting back to my normalcy. Now, these photos are of all the different photos that we did when I took on my walk. All of this when we were in South Carolina. This is our little trip that we took, camping trip that is just an hour and a half from our house here in North Augusta. And so we did this during Labor Day weekend. So our Labor Day weekends are still pretty warm. They're really hot. And so our cabin, which is that itty bitty picture that you see there, that one is where we really like. This one is you're camping with very much of nothingness. You have to bring everything. They'll provide you with the roof, and that's, pretty much it. You've got your typical beds and all that, and there's a kitchenette, but you have to bring everything. So all of these photos are like the walks and everything that I decided that I was just going to put it all together. The collection that I'm using is the Simple Vintage Woodlands collection. It's very woodsy, it's very me, it's very vintage, it's very everything of me, and I absolutely love this collection, and it works really, really well for a lot of my camping photos that we do take and do. Now, I will say this, when it comes to tying this all together, sometimes this gets to be a little busy just because they do with this collection the bigger embellishments. There's a lot to it. I'm grateful for that. But then when you're doing a cut file, you've got to really look at how you're going to place it. You don't want to take away from the cut file. And that is what I've taught a lot when I was doing Confessions of the Paper Addict Cut File Shop. Part of their design teams, I would always explain that when you are doing a cut file, most of the time, that should be your focal point because that's the reason why you print it out. Most of the time, you print it out pretty big. Like for me, this one, I just put in the width, 10 inches, and then whatever the height is on it. And then that would give me my Polaroid. Now, I was able to fit a ton of photos on this one because for Virginia, this is like her third time doing this cut file. And there's other cut files that she's done with the Polaroids, but I love this one because it gives me the opportunity to take all of those photos that I'm like, golly, I don't want to do a layout after layout, and I get them all on here to cut down on the photos. So I have used this cut file a lot because of that reason. Now, unfortunately, my cut files from Confessions, when I use them, they're no longer available to purchase. So if you leave a comment down below, I can get it to you. Just let me know if you're needing any of them. I can see if I have what I have because she is no longer in business, hence the reason why I am not part of her design team anymore. So yeah, this is pretty much what I have left. You will see me come in with some embellishments right there, some little enamel dots, and the Brads, Simple Stories, you got this straight. Echo Park, you need to get on board with those Brads. I love that they do their stickers, and then here are the enamel dots. That's it. Still shots are coming up. Do all the YouTubey stuff. I hope that you guys are all staying safe. Have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.
I don't know why I go when I go. I still don't know why this war in my blood, why this war with all that I love. Oh, my wandering ways and these faithless days, I find it hard to explain. My wandering ways, always turning away from your loving embrace, I find it hard to explain. My wandering ways, my wandering ways.